Hello.
Call from the Department of Health, Government of Karnataka. If you wish to continue in English, press 1. यदि आप हिंदी में जारी रखना Your health is of prime concern to us. We have come to know that you have arrived to India. We would like to collect information on travelers' health status and guide you to be better prepared to fight. Please press 1 if you are feeling healthy with no symptoms of cold. If you have any of the above symptoms, thanks for your response.
The entire world is washing hands. Could be because someone somewhere in China ate something. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing great. I am doing good. I have almost completed my self quarantine. This is day 12, another 2 more days. I am fine, no problems. I am healthy. I am doing my things fine. And I am very sure that I am not infected, but still I am trying to complete the 14 days. The entire world is washing their hands. Maybe because someone somewhere in China ate something. See, the world is so connected, so close these days, and the effects of things happening is so connected, no? Right? In this video, I'm going to talk about my experiences or what I felt staying in a room, quarantine, self quarantine, and it's like 12 days. And what were the difficulties I faced, and what are the best things that you could do? My tips on self quarantine, because now lots of people are doing the self quarantine, and I've been seeing, because I've been talking to my friends who were traveling, or they had come to India, and even they're putting some seals, I think, seal the date till they when they have to quarantine. I've been getting calls from the Ministry of Health, checking about my health conditions, and these are automated calls I get almost every other day. Yesterday I had got the call. So my request is, if you have traveled abroad, and you are back home, and you are told to quarantine, self quarantine, you should definitely do it. I would say that if you have gone abroad and you have traveled to a country where there are issues, because now around the world, almost all the countries affected, so you should do self quarantine at least for 14 days. It's very important that we don't spread this to a single person. I am very happy that till now I have not even interacted with a person very closely, so that I could spread this to a single person. So everybody should do it. It feels great, even though it's tough. I'll give you some tips on quarantine. So let's go through that. Let me explain you the three levels of infection. The level one is a person like me can who has traveled abroad and I got infection. So I can be a level one infection. Level 2 infection is I interact with somebody, I am infected, and I transfer this, or somebody else get infected because of me. That's level 2. Level 2 means that person had been in direct contact with a person who had a travel history, but by himself he has no travel history to any of these infected country. This is also okay. Now the third level is the most serious one, which should never happen. It has happened in countries like China, Italy, and many other countries. So it goes out of control. In country like India, we should be very careful that we don't go to the level 3. That's the reason government is putting so much of effort to control this, and it's our responsibility to work together and stop the spreading. It's very important for us, so that we can be out of this dangerous or horrible situation, because everything has changed. I had mentioned in my previous video, everything has changed and everything is uncertain now. So my tips for doing self quarantine, let me tell you, it's really very difficult. Day 1, 2, 3 was okay for me. I made a video on day 2, I think. After that it was really tough for me. I couldn't do many things, but slowly I could come out of that, and I'll tell you how to do it. The first thing what you have to do is, when you plan for your self quarantine, or when you're coming traveling up from abroad, try to stay in a place which is well ventilated. You get sunlight, you can see places outside. That's very important. So you can open up your window, or you have a balcony or a patio. You can spend some time getting fresh air. That's very important. That will make a very big change. Don't sit in closed room, or don't plan your quarantine in a closed room. It would be very tough for you. The best thing I would suggest is, if you have an independent house, that's the best thing to do, because nobody would come in. You can ask somebody to drop near the gate or hang it on the gate, so that you can go and lift it up and sanitize that before using it. And you have to wash your hands. Washing your hands is going to make the biggest change. It's very important, because we have a habit of touching our face. Train yourself that you don't touch your face. That would make a very big difference. Okay, so you, first thing is, you get a very good place to quarantine. It shouldn't be congested. It should be well ventilated. Avoid air conditioners, because there are some studies saying that air conditioners are not good if you are infected. Second thing I want to tell is, follow a schedule in your life. Don't feel that you are doing self quarantine, you don't have to go out, you can wake up anytime, you can do anything anytime. Follow your schedule. What I did was, I usually wake up early morning, I do my workouts, and then have my coffee, tea, or whatever it is. And all these things I try to follow as much I can. Even my office starts at morning 8:30 or 9 o'clock, so I would be ready for my calls. I would be sending emails, I will be talking to my office colleagues. I was like more connected with my office, and I felt that I could be more focused on work during these days. I thought less about unnecessary things. I focused on work, I focused on important issues, and I could do more things compared to my other days. That's what I felt. Then the other thing what I did was, purposefully I started doing video calls to my office, my colleagues. I could see them, I could talk to them, I could uh, I felt that I could share my thoughts and my experiences, and I got some kind of motivation from my friends. So that really helped for me. So video calls, Skypes or FaceTime or WhatsApp calls. And other thing was, with my team and my directors, I was doing calls, even planned for video calls or Skype calls. These things really helped me to feel that I was with them. I felt that, no, I was not alone. That was something which I feel that we should do. The next I would suggest is, if you are in a person who cooks, cook your own food, make something different, try something new. You will have a lot of time, because we spend a lot of time unnecessarily, because we may go out, go for a drive, go to a shop and spend some time. Now everything is ordered online, it comes to your doorstep, they will drop it there. And if you get some time, and if you are having a kitchen access, you can cook something. That would also be great. And next thing what I did was, I had lots of pending movies to be watched on Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hotstar, and even on YouTube. So I watched many movies these days. Almost every day I used to watch one or two movies. I can suggest you a few good movies which really I enjoyed. Even you can watch my travel channels, the Sikkim series, the Andaman series, and so on. I've done almost 200 plus videos. That also I had watched few of my old videos, and keeping myself updated with live news. And the next thing what I did was, I've been trying to do it for some time. I started reading some books. So I don't have a reading habit. That's something which I wanted to develop. So I started reading some books. I had some books with me, I started reading. And finally I would say, sleep on time, get proper sleep. Don't spoil yourself by sleeping anytime you want. Just follow the same schedule, because you have to come out of this. So I used to sleep the time I used to go to bed, and wake up when I used to wake up. So that's okay for me now. So initially I had some trouble with the sitting in the same room, but I got used to, because I have a balcony, I could go out, I could see the people, I do my workouts in the patio. It's very important to have a good place for quarantine. Finally, few really worrying thoughts for me. Now I was supposed to travel on 22nd to Maldives, but if I go there, I have to go for a self quarantine again for 14 days. My purpose of traveling is not going to be served. I am going for a meeting which I cannot attend if I am on a self quarantine. My worry is, like, how long this quarantine thing would go on, how long this infection would be there, how long the borders will be closed, how long the flights would be cancelled, how these are all uncertain thing. I'll make a separate video on this uncertainty, which will be posted very soon. I'm just working on some things and I'm doing some research. I'll complete that and post that video very soon. Hopefully things get sorted out. So if you have traveled abroad or if you have some doubts, please self quarantine. That's very important. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful